Welcome back to the turn-by-turn tutorial of M1 Concourse, and today we're going to be covering turns 5 and 6. Turns 5 and 6 are some of the trickiest corners of the track. Turn 5 is a high-speed kink, and it's quickly followed by turn 6, a sharp right-hand hairpin that's the slowest corner of the track. Now this episode is a little bit unique. There's two completely different ways of handling the 5-6 combination. I'm going to be showing you both ways. First, we'll start with the outside to inside way. Now this one's going to be the best for lower powered cars that need to maintain momentum around the corner. Okay, coming out of turn 4, we're track right, wide open throttle, down to medium straight, looking for your braking zone, adjust it as you start to go faster. We're already lifting off the throttle here, and we're on the brakes, looking for that red turning cone on your right, and we're starting to turn into the kink. See the apex cone on the left. And we're starting to bleed off the brakes around the outside, staying track left all the way to the outside. We stay all the way on the outside of the track, looking for the red turning cone, and there it's been hitting the grass, but it's about in the middle here. And we're keeping our eyes up, looking towards the apex cone of 6. And you want to stick that right front tire in the apex of 6. This is very important to nail this corner because we're coming up onto the longest straight of the track. We're starting to feed in a little bit of throttle here as we wind it all the way out to the yellow turn exit cone on your left. And once we have the wheels straight, we're wide open throttle down the back straight. Now let's take a look at what's called the V-line. The V-line is for high-powered cars with powerful brakes and sticky tires. It really torches the left front tire, so you're going to want to use this only in hot qualifying laps or maybe a time attack session. It was originally discovered by Andy Pilgrim at the second track day ever at M1 Concourse. So for the V-line, we're coming off 4, just the same, but we're wide open throttle much longer, and we turn the kink into a straight braking zone. We're not following around the outside to the left. We're straightening out the line between the turning point, the apex, and the middle of the corner. Now you're going to see some curbing on the right-hand side. Taking it all the way to that curbing would be taking it to the extreme, and it's going to depend on your car, how you want to do the V-line, but it's essentially V'ing off this corner and not spending a lot of time on the left side driving around the outside of the track. So you're going to make a beeline for the middle of the outside of the corner. Trail braking deep into this corner. Still on the brakes here. Still braking here through the middle of the corner, and we're looking up to the apex on our right. Still sticking that right front tire to the apex of turn 6, and eyes up to the track out cone, the yellow cone on your left. Once we have that wheel completely straight, We're back on the power down the back straight. Okay, so this is what turn 5 and 6 looks like from above. Some key things to watch for is the flag stand here. They can see all the way down to turn 4, also down the back straight. Here's the apex for turn 5, turn-in point for turn 6, apex for turn 6, and track out point for turn 6. So first let's take a look at the outside-inside line. You're going to be coming off of turn 4, your track right, looking for your turn-in cone, turn into 5, and stay track left around the entire outside of the track. To the turn-in point for 6. Keep your eyes up to the apex of 6. Stick your right front wheel on the apex of 6. Track all the way out to the track out point of 6. And stay track left down the back straight. Make sure to get a lot of your braking done in this zone here. A lot of people come in way too hot. Come over here, get the car sideways, and that can point you over here and end up into the wall or into the grass. Now luckily there's a lot of runoff here. So if you're going too fast into 6, the best thing to do is not attempt to make that corner. You'll end up into the Armco over here and go straight off into the grass. Another mistake people make is they don't use all the track in turn 6, and they tend to be in the middle here. And that causes you to pinch this corner and oversteer. And that can result in coming off the track here or an overcorrection putting you over here. You want to make sure that you track all the way out to the turn-in cone of 6 here and use as much of the track as you can, because you want to get a really good run on this straightaway. Slow in, fast out here. Slow into 6 and come out of turn 6, wide open throttle, and you'll get a better run on the straightaway, have a higher top speed, and improve your lap time. Okay, now let's take a look at the V-line. We're still track right after 4 to the turn-in cone, but the V-line takes the apex of turn 5 and the entrance into turn 6 and turns it into a straight line. So now that this is a straight line between the apex of 5 and the entrance into 6, we can use this as a braking zone, which means we are on the throttle much longer and braking much deeper. Now we're V'ing off this corner, still tracking out, still apexing here, making sure that right front tire sticks to the apex, track all the way out to the left, and down the back straight. Now you can see this is V'd off a lot more than the outside to inside way. There can be different variations of this depending on how extreme you want to make the V. Now how you V this area off is going to depend on the car, your tires, how much grip you have, and it can also vary lap to lap. You may find that if you do this lap after lap, your tires get greasy and it can no longer hold this V line. You may need to do a few laps on the outside to inside line, cool off your tires, regroup, and maybe do another hot lap after you've cooled your tires off. Again, this V line is very hard on tires, especially left front. and you may not be able to do it every time. It's best for a hot qualifying lap or a time attack lap. Now, as you go faster and faster out of 4 and through 5, you're going to be pushing deeper and deeper into 5 on the brakes. And luckily there's some of the largest runoff on the track here after 6. So it's a place that is less dangerous to experiment with your braking points, but be very careful how far you push it into 6. And now for an extra bonus, let's take a look at those first few laps around M1 Concourse with Andy Pilgrim driving. You can tell that Andy is experimenting with different variations of the V-line through turns 5 and 6. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the M1 Concourse tutorial. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for future episodes.